energy is the Tower. Well, this is difficult energy to deal with, so let's start with the negatives. There's perhaps some kind of confrontation. Maybe you're dealing with people who are aggressive or people who just blurt out things. It could be, you're dealing with some collapse of something that you found some kind of security or safety. Maybe you're getting thrown out of a residence, or it could be that, some kind of medical emergency or crisis is taking place. Could be illnesses that come up suddenly. A stroke, high blood pressure, heart attack, migraine headache. Maybe even surgery is necessary. There's something that is traumatizing about a situation because it's coming out of the blue and it's unexpected. Now, this could just be pent-up energy, things that are building that suddenly explode. They need to find some kind of release. So in some cases, this is a psychological insight. This is a revelation. This is a new perception that comes out of the blue, an aha moment. This is often called a tower moment because you thought you were standing on solid ground and now you may not actually be able to find the point of reference. So today feels a little bit disconcerting. You're having to reorganize, go in a different direction based on some kind of change in circumstance. It could even be, disruptive. Maybe something is disturbing your environment, a lot of noise, a lot of commotion. But you could also be waking up to some truths today that are rather unpleasant, some false beliefs that you've held, or, something that was corrupt is falling apart. Your relationship could be falling apart. Maybe you're separating. Maybe you break up. Maybe you're getting a divorce. Maybe there's an accident or some kind of problems with property or financial issues or natural disasters. So those are rather extreme. Now, it could just be you're having to readjust to changes in your life, some major transition. Maybe you changed your job or you changed your residence, or maybe, you're newly married, or there's a new lifestyle here, some kind of major transformation. In some cases, you're feeling liberated. You are being released from some kind of bondage. So this is the perfect day to rebuild. Some things have fallen down and it's time to put something back together on a more solid foundation. Some aspect of your life or behavior that in many ways was holding you back and keeping you from making the most of who you are and the most of your life. So today you may have to let go of something. And maybe it's something you've held on to for a long time, or you felt was very important to you, or you felt you needed it, or it provided a base of security for you. But today that's being challenged. Health-wise, if you haven't been attending to what, the subtle clues, or maybe not so subtle clues, today may be a day where that catches up with you. If you haven't been, maybe you need a checkup, or you know that and you haven't been, or you're not on your medication, or you're waiting too long to get help for a medical situation, that may have repercussions today. And, if you've been feeling some tension in your relationship, maybe one of you needs to be a little bit more flexible. Maybe there's been some rigidity here. Professionally, materially, financially, you may have to do more on your own. You may be forced to, but that's going to bring about a success. You will discover how self-reliant you are. So today is a good day to deal with any self-doubt about what your capabilities are. And as you address this change of circumstance, you are likely to make a statement that surprises other people, or you're likely to hear something that may take you aback. In some cases, that's okay. You just appreciate knowing the facts, knowing where you stand, so that you can quickly readjust to something where, it's better for you mutually or personally, or, to move forward. In other cases, you're hearing this truth and it's hard for you to acknowledge that. Maybe something is not as good for you as you are trying to believe. So you may be selling yourself some propaganda. Again, it could be a shattering of a false belief. And there's a tendency to not tell people everything. You're keeping some pertinent facts to yourself, and that causes an unavoidable misunderstanding. Maybe you're, holding back because you think that's going to make it better, when in fact that produces the tension that, has to come out somewhere. This is also a day where if you're on the negative end of this energy, you may be seeing yourself as a victim. This happened to me. This came at me. This was beyond my control, without really acknowledging how you put yourself in that position. So today is where you have to come to grips with where you've been refusing to accept what it is you can change and what you cannot change, so that you're not working against yourself.